My name is Leah, and I'm a 38-year-old woman who thought she had it all. A loving husband, a beautiful daughter, and an amazing relationship that every girl dreams of. 10 years ago, I met Terry, who later became my husband. We got married 8 years ago, and our relationship was everything I had ever dreamed of. Terry was not just caring and loving, he understood me like no one else. We shared the same sense of humor and enjoyed each other's company. Terry's family treated me like their own daughter, which made me feel grateful. We had a beautiful daughter named Fern, who is 6 years old now. Terry was also a wonderful father, and watching him with Fern made me feel all warm and fuzzy on the inside. Our lives were happy and complete. Allies were usually happy, but Terry's sudden change in behavior confused me deeply. For weeks, he ignored me and didn't pay any attention to our daughter Fern. It made Fern sad, and she kept asking if her father was angry with her. "Mommy, why is Daddy acting strange? Is he angry with me?" "Oh, sweetie, no. Daddy's not angry with you. He's just going through some things right now. But he doesn't smile as much anymore, and he doesn't play with me like he used to." "I know it might seem that way, baby, but it's not because of anything you did. Sometimes adults have feelings and emotions that are hard to understand, and it can affect how they act, but it has nothing to do with you, my love. But I miss when Daddy used to tickle me and read me bedtime stories. Why doesn't he do that anymore?" "It's not because he doesn't love you, sweetie. Daddy is just dealing with some grown-up stuff that's making him feel a bit sad and tired. But we will always be there for you, and we love you so much." "Will Daddy be okay? Can we help him feel better?" "We can support Daddy by giving him some space when he needs it, and letting him know that we love him. Sometimes people just need time to figure things out, and I believe Daddy will be okay." "Mommy, I love Daddy, and I want him to be happy again." "I know, sweetie, and Daddy loves you too. I'm sure things will get better." I felt a strange mix of sadness and a strong sense of love for my daughter. I wanted to protect her from feeling like she had done something wrong. I reassured Fern wholeheartedly, making sure she felt comforted and understood. I hated that Terry didn't care enough to see his daughter struggling. One night, after I put Fern to bed, I gathered all of my courage and decided to speak with Terry about the growing distance between us. "Babe, can we talk?" "Can it wait? I'm really not in the mood right now." "No, it can't wait. Something's not right between us, and I want to know what's bothering you. Have I said something to upset you?" "There's nothing wrong." "I think you're lying. I can feel the distance between us. You've been barely acknowledging me, and it's hurting both of us. I miss the loving husband I married, the man who understood me." "You're being overly dramatic. I'm fine. Can we please just stop talking about this? Can't we just pretend everything's okay when I can clearly see that it's not? Fern is upset too, and she doesn't understand why you're acting this way. I want our family to be happy again." "Darling, I miss the love we shared. I said I'm fine. Stop pushing me. You know what? I need some space right now." "Don't you dare leave right now. We need to work through this together. Running away won't solve anything." "I can't deal with this right now. Just leave me alone." He grabbed his wallet, phone, and car keys and stormed out of the house, leaving me feeling broken and alone. I immediately texted him, asking him where he went, but he never replied. I was overwhelmed with anxiety and sadness. I couldn't understand why Terry changed so suddenly. Did I do something to make him upset? Was our marriage falling apart? I felt lost and scared, waiting anxiously for a message from him that never came. That night, I couldn't sleep well. I was really worried and scared. When I woke up in the morning, I checked my phone, hoping Terry had messaged me. I felt disappointed when there was no reply. I tried to convince myself that he would come back later in the day and everything would be okay. I got Fern ready for school and went to work with a heavy heart. Time felt like it was going so slowly, and I was filled with anxiety. I prayed to all the gods I knew, hoping Terry would come back safely. I texted him again, saying sorry for pushing him and begging him to come back, but he didn't reply. Nighttime came, and I still hadn't heard anything from Terry. I started to panic. I called everyone close to us, asking if they had heard from Terry. His friends said they hadn't. I called his office, and they told me he took time off and didn't show up for work. Scary thoughts filled my mind. I even called my parents, hoping Terry had gone to them, but they hadn't seen him either. I couldn't hold it in anymore, so I cried and told my mom everything. I'm so scared and worried. Terry just left in the middle of our argument, and I haven't heard anything from him in the past 24 hours. I don't know what to do. Whoa, okay, sweetie, just slow down a little. Let's both take a deep breath. That's right. Okay, now slowly tell me why you guys were arguing. It wasn't supposed to be an argument. I just wanted to ask him why he had been acting so distant and ignoring Fern and me. He got so angry that he grabbed his phone, wallet, and car keys and stormed out. I've been trying to reach him, but he's not responding to my texts or calls. I'm scared that something might have happened to him. All right, let's just first be calm and try to put a hold on the negative thoughts here. Your dad and I haven't heard anything from him either, but we'll keep an eye out for Terry and spread the word around here. Second, have you tried reaching out to his mother? No, I haven't. I didn't think he'd go that far, but I'll call her right away to see if she's heard from him. That's a good idea. If his mother hasn't heard anything either, then it might be time to involve the police. They can help in finding him and make sure that he's safe. Thanks, Mom. I don't know what I'd do without you. The idea of going to the police scared me. It would mean validating my worst fears that something bad happened to Terry. I did not want to believe that. Not knowing what happened was already so scary, but facing a terrible truth would be even worse. Terry's mom lived far away, about a 5-hour drive. I really hoped he had gone there. I called Samantha, Terry's mom, and asked if she had seen or heard from him. Samantha, it's Leah. Have you seen or heard from Terry? I'm really worried about him. Oh, no, not really. I haven't seen or heard from him. Sorry, I can't talk right now. Bye. Wait, Samantha, please. I need your help. Something is wrong and I don't know where Terry is. I'm scared and desperate for any leads that I can get. I told you I haven't seen or heard from him. I really can't talk right now. Goodbye. But this is serious. He has been acting strange, and he disappeared after an argument. I don't know what to do. Please, just tell me if you know anything. Look, Leah, I can't help you right now. I have things to do. I'm sure Terry will come back soon. Don't worry so much about it. Goodbye. Samantha, please, this is important. Terry is our family, and I'm terrified for his safety. Can you at least let me know if you hear from him or if anything seems off? We need to find him. I've already told you I don't know anything. I'll call you if I hear anything. Bye. Hang up. I didn't have the energy to think about Samantha's odd behavior. I called my mum again and told her Samantha hadn't heard from Terry. Mum told me to stay calm and go to the police to report Terry as missing. I agreed and asked if she could take care of Fern for a few days. Mum said yes, so I got my phone ready and dropped her off at my parents' house. Then I went to the police station. My heart pounded as I walked into the station, hoping for a message from Terry, but there was nothing. I talked to an officer and told them all about Terry. I shared all the information I had. They promised to do their best to find him. They said to spread the word on social media, too. I nodded and left the station feeling a mix of worry, fear, and hope. Back home, the uncertainty weighed on me. I couldn't stop thinking about Terry. Where was he? Was he okay? I couldn't sleep, my mind filled with fear and confusion. I just wanted Terry to come back home safely. I did what the police told me and kept calling for updates. They said they talked to Terry's family and friends, but they didn't find any clues. They promised to keep trying, and I thanked them. But when I sat down, I felt really numb. Worry took over, and I felt so anxious. I didn't understand why this was happening. I promised myself that if I found Terry, I would say sorry and never push him like that again. I felt a panic attack coming, so I tried my best to calm down. I took deep breaths and tried to relax. It helped me feel better, and I started thinking about where Terry could be. Then I remembered how Samantha, Terry's mom, acted strangely. It seemed weird, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. I decided to pay her a surprise visit, hoping Terry would be there. I prayed during the car ride, feeling both excited and scared. If Terry was there, I didn't know how I would react. Finally, I got to Samantha's place, and my heart raced like crazy. It felt like it would jump out of my chest. I took a deep breath and rang the doorbell, getting ready for whatever was about to happen. When Samantha opened the door, I could tell she was surprised. She quickly closed it, leaving just a little space to see me. "Oh, Leah, what are you doing here? I'm really worried about Terry. It's been days, and I haven't heard anything from him. I need you to help find him." "I am. I can't help you right now. I have things to do." "Maybe you just needed some time alone?" "Yeah, I don't think that's it. This is a lot more serious than him needing some alone time. Terry is literally missing, and I don't know where he is." "Look, Leah, I really can't get involved. I have my own problems to deal with. Maybe he went to stay with a friend or something." "Oh, really? So are you trying to tell me there's a friend that I don't know of?" "Look, I've already told you I don't know anything. Just give him some space and he'll come back. I need to go. Not so fast." "Hey, what are you doing? Both you and I know that you're hiding something. Tell me what it is right now, or I'll go straight to the police. They're already searching for Terry. Imagine what they'll do if they found out you were lying." "Well, what do you mean by hiding?" "No, I'm just a little sick." "Cut the crap. You're terrible at lying." At that moment, I noticed something. A baseball cap in the corner. It was Terry's cap that he always kept in his car. We called it the car hat. He never took it out, and I knew he didn't have another one of that kind because he had one letter to fear when he was a teenager. I asked Samantha, "What was there?" Before she could answer, I heard a sound from the basement. I felt more suspicious. So, I gave Samantha a serious look and hurried downstairs. Samantha tried to stop me, but I was determined and angry. I opened the basement door, and what I saw broke my heart. Terry was sitting there with another woman. I couldn't believe my eyes. I stayed calm and asked Harry what he was doing. "What on earth is going on? What do you think is going on here?" "Wow. Why would you do this? I can't believe you were cheating on me while I was worried sick about you." "Oh, come on, Leah. Don't be so dramatic. I'm fine, all right? There's no need for you to worry." "No need to worry? I knew you would do all that. That's why I switched off my devices and used cash instead of my card. I wanted some space, that's all." "Space? Is that what you call abandoning your family? Did you ever stop to think about Fern?" "Fun is exactly why I left." "What does that even mean? Tell me, Leah, how do I know that Fern is even my child? The more I look at her, the less she looks like me." "How dare you ask me that? What do you think of me? Do you honestly believe that I would have cheated on you, Terry? I literally worshipped the ground you walked on. Why? Why would I ever cheat on the one man I loved with all my soul?" Have you always been this dramatic? I don't know when temptation can strike. Maybe you cheated on me, were too afraid to tell me. This is exactly what my coworkers were telling me the other day. They were telling me about all these stories they had heard of men raising children that weren't biologically theirs. It got me thinking, and the more I thought about it, the less crazy it seemed. Wow, so you're abandoning your family over some stupid horror stories that your friends shared with you? You know what? If you want a paternity test, you'll get it. I stormed out of the house because I couldn't bear to look at either Terry's or Samantha's face. The fact that Samantha had heard and seen how panicked I was, and still didn't care at all, made my blood boil. But most of all, I couldn't believe how easy it was for Terry to just throw away everything we had. Were we that unimportant to him? I wanted to make him pay for all the stress and anxiety he made me feel. Empty inside, I drove back home. The first thing I did was call the police to let them know I had found Terry. It was a mix of relief and sadness. I found him, but he wasn't the person I thought he was. I decided to get a divorce, so I found a lawyer to help me. With their guidance, I filed the necessary paperwork. I just wondered what was best for me and Fern. When I got home, I tried to sleep, not wanting to think about everything that had happened. The next day, I picked up Fern from my parents' place. My mom tried to talk to me, but I didn't feel like discussing it. I decided to get a DNA test done, so we went to a center near Samantha's house. Fern came with me, and Terry joined us too. At the testing center, we did the test, and I paid extra to get the results the same day. After that, Terry went back home, and Fern and I spent a day at the mall trying to have some fun. I didn't want Fern to worry or sense that something was wrong. Later, the center called to say the results were ready. I picked them up, and it confirmed that Fern was Terry's child. Not wanting to waste another second, I went straight to Terry's house and left the DNA results and divorce papers with Samantha. She tried to apologize. "Leah, I'm sorry I didn't tell you that Terry was with me. He convinced me that you had cheated on him, and he didn't want to talk to you. I didn't want to interfere with your relationship, so I stayed away." "So, you believed his lies and hid his affair from me?" "I called you when I was panicking and crying. For God's sake. I involved the police, Samantha, and you still chose to protect Terry. I thought I was doing what Terry wanted. I didn't want to get in the middle of things. If you were so determined not to interfere, then you shouldn't interfere now either." I didn't give Samantha a chance to reply. I grabbed hold of Fern's hand and led her to the car. We drove back home. As soon as I reached our town, I went straight to my parents' house. I hugged my mum and broke down, telling her everything that happened. My parents were there for me, supporting and caring for me and Fern. They helped us heal the best they could. Terry tried to reach out, realizing his mistake, but I didn't want to talk to him. I focused on getting sole custody of Fern, knowing she deserved a stable and loving home. With my family by my side, I fought hard during the divorce and custody battles. In the end, I got sole custody of Fern, and that was a victory for both of us. I promised myself to be the best mum I could be. Life went on, and though the pain stayed with me, it started to heal. I focused on rebuilding my life and finding happiness with Fern. Throughout this tough journey, I learned the importance of loving myself and having a strong support system. My family became my rock, helping me heal and find happiness once more. Now, I can proudly say that I've become even stronger. I may be a single mom, but my heart is full of love, joy, and determination to give Fern the best life possible. Remember, even when life is really hard, we can find the strength to rebuild and make a better future. Stay strong, lean on the people who care about you, and never lose hope. You're stronger than you think.